Shalom, shalom. Check this real quick. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, we good. All right, shalom, Akim. Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Zakar Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. All right. And the water Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, laying the spirit upon me once again to come out and to preach this beautiful gospel. All right, to prophesy to the four winds. Okay, so again, I'm branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, holding camp. Okay, to chant down Babylon the Great one more time. You know what I'm saying? As we're entering towards the final days of this captivity of ours. You know what I'm saying? All right. So where all pain and suffering is going to be extinguished. You know what I'm saying? So as I get started with this lesson, as I get started with camp, all right, I want to face the east and want to say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Chakodas, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Shalom to the Akim out there, double honors into the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim, my fellow laborers, you know what I'm saying, who's out here pushing this truth, all right, who's laboring in this word, who's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's going to come. Okay, shalom to the Akwat that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. All right, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. You Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your father. All right, I want to say peace and blessings to you all. Baruch Hashem. Okay, so the hot topic is, of course, the situation that's going down over there in the so-called Middle East, which is West Asia. Okay, and in West Asia, we have the West, who's ramping up all the weapons, all the military, all the different branches. You see what I'm saying? And it's becoming apparent now that war is imminent. Okay, war is imminent. It's going to happen. You see what I'm saying? Prophecy has said as much. The prophets have come out and spoken this word, man. All right, for decades now, beginning with our apostles. All right, this word has been going out for decades that war will start that war will commence in the Middle East, so-called the West in West Asia, and the tensions will ramp up. The tensions will heighten. You see what I'm saying? And all nations are going to feel the aftermath of this chaotic event. You see what I'm saying? And there's no more scoffing. All right, there's no more there's no more tomfoolery, if you will. You know what I'm saying? There's no more of that. No more, pointing the fingers and saying that y'all are false prophets. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't that. Oh, I've been hearing that for years. I've been hearing that we're coming to the end. These are end times. I've been hearing that since I was a child. Okay? That's not the case anymore, man. This thing is happening live. It's happening right before everyone's eyes, man. Okay? People are no longer able to pretend like shit's not popping off. Okay? No one's able to pretend that anymore. No one's able to say, well, it'll all get better. You know what I'm saying? We could just vote our way out of it. No, there's no voting. All right. There's no trying to alleviate this problem by going to the polls. You see what I'm saying? the people are going to take matters into their own hands because they can clearly see at this point that none of their elected officials, none of them are actually doing their bidding. None of them are actually caring about what the American people want. You know what I'm saying? Okay? They wanted prices to go down. Prices are still increasing. You see what I'm saying? They wanted an end to all the endless wars. But war is still ramping up for the sake of the same people who are continually drawing America into the conflict. It never stops. It never stops. And the people are going to get tired of this. They're getting tired of it. But it's going to reach a breaking point. Okay? It's going to reach a breaking point, man. They've seen now that their elected officials are involved with all these these scandals. You know what I'm saying? With these files, with with the Epstein Island and all that stuff, man. All right. So they know that there's no fixing. There's no voting it away. All right. It's all inevitably going to come down to a hedge where the people are going to stop participating in the system. Right. So let me get this here. Let's go to First Thessalonians. All right, this is First Thessalonians. Slovakia, the wind is blowing. First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. It reads, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." The moment, all right, the moment this dude Trump said out of his mouth, all right, that he's bringing peace to the Middle East, Salaki. Put that there. But the moment Trump said, all right, that he's bringing peace to the Middle East, okay, and he establishes this whole thing called the border peace. You know what I'm saying? Okay, all these so-called Christians should have said something. All these so-called Christians should have said something. Alarm bells should have been ringing. Like crazy. Okay, this is it. This is it. He's talking about peace. He's talking about safety. He's talking about security. He's talking about partnerships and treaties. You see what I'm saying? So that means that war is coming. That means that chaos is coming. That means that sudden destruction is coming, man. All right? None of these Christians are saying shit. None of these Christians are saying anything, man. But if the same thing was being done under the Obama administration, under some leftists, whatever, all right, these same Bible Belt token ass niggas will be out here talking about, oh, that's going to usher in that's going to usher in World War III, that's going to usher in the Antichrist or whatever, blah blah blah, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's happening right now. It's happening right now, man. Okay? And there's not no one man called the Antichrist. All right? This is a system that we're talking about. A system that we're talking about, man. You see what I'm saying? where the whole establishment, the whole structure itself is against Hamashiach. You see what I'm saying? The whole structure is against the Lord. You see, when you look at this AI, all these this whole digital infrastructure that's being built, you see, it's all leading to rebellion, no matter where it's coming from. Either it's coming from the east or it's coming from the west. This whole system, this digital system, is leading people to the inevitable outcome, which is the MOTB. Okay? The economies are going to crash. The economies are going to go, it's going to go into disarray. Okay? All the nations are going to go to war, man. Like they say, trade wars turn into real wars. You see? And so that's the only outcome that's left. The only outcome that's left is to fight. All right? These nations coming against each other. You see what I'm saying? For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are the children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others. Okay? Let us not sleep as do others. And look at all these people who call themselves leaders in Israel. You see what I'm saying? You're not hearing nothing coming from Captain Tazariak. You're not hearing nothing coming from Bishop Nathaniel. You're not hearing nothing coming from all these other camps, man. All right? And you can cross out Deacon Hakar. You can cross that nigga out, man. He's gone. He's gone for real, man. You see what I'm saying? Completely. Cross them all out. Okay? Cross out Bishop Chris Lockett. Cross out Bishop Jephthah, okay, from one body. You can cross his ass out, okay, because he's not even prophesying no more. He's not on the highways and hedges, nowhere. You see what I'm saying? So the distinction is here, man. It's time to distinguish who's telling the truth, who's not, who's for the Lord and who's not. Okay? Who's doing his will and who isn't? Who's in this thing for the sake of the elect, and who's in this thing for the sake of filling their own bellies, man? Okay? It's time to make the distinction, because there's no going back after this. There's no going back. You see what I'm saying? When they cut off the Straits of Hormuz, they only shut it down for a couple hours. A few days ago, they shut it down for a couple hours a few days ago. Okay? And the markets responded. What happens when they close it for days, for weeks? You see what I'm saying? America is stepping into something that they won't be able to tiptoe their way out of. Okay? We can't sit here and say, okay, we're gonna write a draft of a treaty or something like that. No more treaties. No more treaties. Nobody believes you. Nobody trusts you. Right? Nobody trusts a thief. Nobody trusts an habitual liar. Nobody. Right? Let's go to John. This is John chapter 10 and verse 10. It says, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. You see what I'm saying? The thief only comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. When you look at these Amalekites, all right, you look at these Amalekites, man. Right? What are they doing? They're stealing. They're killing. They're destroying. These Edomites as a whole, man. What do they do everywhere they go? They steal. They kill. They destroy. So all these nations are looking at the West, talk about peace and safety. All these nations are looking at the West, talk about democracy and fairness, and they're seeing like this is all a facade. It's all fake. All of it's fake, and you can't trust them for no reason. You see what I'm saying? Right? So when you look at, when you look at all these Arab nations, all right, these Arab nations are starting to coalesce, man. They're all starting to come together, okay, and conspire, as it's written. As it's written, it's all prophesied in Second Esdras, the 15th chapter, start at the 28th verse, man. They're conspiring, man. They're coming together. They're joining forces. You see? Why? Because there are actual Arab nations such as Pakistan that has nukes. They got nukes. Okay? President Erdogan. All right? He's talking about he wants nukes, man. You see? He wants nukes, man. And what does that do? Because they're already the second largest military force in NATO. And all these prophecies come to pass. They're going to turn away from NATO. All right? And very soon NATO will be disbanded. NATO will be disbanded. It's the second greatest military might steps away from NATO, and they can no longer trust America. So what's the point of staying as this all right, this organization? There's no point. There's no point. All these smaller nations inside NATO are gonna have to join forces with the stronger nations. All right, for security, man, because they can't trust America anymore. America's turning on its own allies. It's wisdom, no more intended. Let's get that. Let's get that. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 49. Jeremiah 49 and 7. It reads, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. Okay? And what does the Lord say in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter? When you shall see of these things, when you shall see of earthquakes and uproars of the people, then shall you know that the Lord is beginning to visit the world which he made. Okay? And he's visiting this place, man. And he's visiting Esau, Edom. You see? Embarrassing them on the world stage. Embarrassing them for the whole world to see their wickedness, to see their nakedness, man. Right? As the scriptures say in Isaiah chapter 47. Right? Right? Salakia. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. It reads, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover the locks. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover thy thigh. Pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." You see, your nakedness is being being seen. Your shame is shown, all right, throughout the entire world, man. The whole world can see that you're full of shit. The whole world can see how much of a degenerate you are. Okay, how wicked you are. How little you care for human life. Okay. All right. So the world can see this. The world can see how much of a hypocrite you are, man. Like the scripture say in Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 5, right? Right? It's locked in. My page is all over the place, man. Oh shit. And my page is starting to come loose. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 5. It reads, "The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy." You see what I'm saying? The world is no longer seeing America as the heroes that they portrayed themselves to be, right? The world is now seeing America for the villains that they've always been. See what I'm saying? And to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. At this very moment, you got Billy Boy Gates, who's literally trying to hit, all right, hit the world with another, you know, another gimmick, right? He's trying to hit the world with another one. You see? Trying to hit the world with another one, man. There you go, bam. All right. And like he said, the next one's gonna be the real one. Okay, and that's what we told y'all. That's what we was prophesying over the years, man. All right, since 2020, you know what I'm saying. We was telling you that was a live exercise. It came out of Mike Pompeo's mouth, his own mouth. You see? So the next one's going to be the real one, man. Okay, and we're expecting a lot of shit to happen simultaneously. We're expecting a lot of things to go down at the same time. All right, war with Iran, worldwide pestilence. You see what I'm saying? Global catastrophe. Now this nigga Trump is talking about declaring that aliens are real. You see what I'm saying? All of this is happening all at once. You see what I'm saying? For the systematic collapse. You see? Salakia. Let's go to First Peter, right? I think it's in First Peter. So let's get First Peter chapter 4, I believe. Salakia. Come on, man. Salakia, Salakia. All right. Is it Second Peter? Come. Come. So this is Second Peter chapter 3. Second Peter chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, "The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance." To all you Israelites, you know what I'm saying? Not willing that none should perish, but that y'all should come to repentance. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, after you've shown how you know how hard-headed you are, you know what I'm saying, how slothful you are, right? How sottish you've been, after you've shown the Lord that He's not trying, he's not trying to save all of you. You know what I'm saying? All right. The Lord said that He's preserved 7,000 men. You know what I'm saying? Who will not bow the knee. The rest of y'all are going to bow to. The rest of y'all are going to, you know, fall in line with what these Edomites are pushing, man. Right? Verse 10 it says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the day which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat." Right? And that's going into the nukes, man. The you know, the nukes is gonna hit, the elements is gonna melt. All right. Shalom, brother. Shalom, by y'all. Y'all. Hey, shalom, by y'all. About Shima outside breakfast stuff. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Fervent heat, man. Like the Lord said, He has created the smith to destroy, the smith to blow the coals, man. The smith to be the instrument of this work, right? And them nukes is going to be dropping, man. But first and foremost, that MOTB, that charagma, that subdermal device that goes underneath your skin, it must be mandated first. All right? You know what I'm saying? And what's going to cause that is going to be the economic collapse that I just mentioned. You know what I'm saying? So again, it says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness," man. All right. And this is going back to those false prophets that I was mentioning. You know what I'm saying? You can forget about Deacon Hakar. You can forget about that, man. Forget about him. Forget about Bishop Jester. Forget about him. Forget about, you know what I'm saying, fucking General Yohana. All right. This is where you see the rubber hitting the road, man. Like, who's really about this thing, bro? because they're not wanting the sheep. They're not preparing the sheep, man. You see what I'm saying? What manner ought ye to be in holy conversation and godliness? They're not telling you what manner that you need to be in all holy conversation and godliness, man. They're not giving the sheep the warning. They're not giving them the warning, man. Look at Alazar. Look what happened to him. You see what I'm saying? Just completely abandon the sheep like that. You know what I'm saying? Abandon the sheep. Unbelievable. Okay? And that's unacceptable, man. When you're supposed to be here teaching them, teaching the elect, the hopeful elect, you know what I'm saying? What manner of persons that they need to be in this final moment, this pivotal moment in history. All right? World War III, we're on the cusp of World War III, man. You know what I'm saying? Reaching in the climax. We're on the cusp of that. You see what I'm saying? These markets are about to crash. Like I said, this nigga Trump is about to tell the world that aliens exist. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And what the fuck is that going to do to the markets? You see what I'm saying? So you got that. You got that with the markets. You got you got Iran, you know what I'm saying, possibly closing the Straits of Hormuz. That's going to cause the market to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got gold, silver going nuts. You see what I'm saying? All of this is the means to bring about that downfall. Right? Okay. Hey, man. Titus 1 and 10. Let's grab that real quick. Let's grab that real quick. The water for the precept. Let's grab it. Titus chapter 1 and verse 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers. All right? Especially they of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake, man. You take a look at fucking Deacon Hakar, man. Take a look at the Deacon. All right? Nigga look like he came straight out the Christian church, man. All right? Came straight out of Baptist church. He's about to hold a sermon. You know what I'm saying? All right? To teach to the Gentiles. Okay? After all these years, teaching the correct doctrine of who these Gentiles actually were. Okay? Because if anything, in order for you to understand what Paul's even talking about concerning the Gentiles, you have to know what went down during the Maccabean revolt, during the Greek captivity. You got to understand what went down under Antiochus. You got to understand what went down, you know what I'm saying, during the Diadochi. You have to understand this history. You see what I'm saying? And Deacon Hakar knows this. You see, that's why we know this Joker has sold the fuck out, man. This is 2026, the year to sell out, the year of apostasy, sell out, and agents, man. All right? And all that shit is coming to pass. All of it's coming out, okay, on the world for the world to see. All of it's coming out for Israel to see, man. All right? Who's in this thing and who's not? Back to John chapter 10, verse 10, okay? The thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and destroy. But I have come that I've come to send life everlasting. All right. Then the Lord Yahushua goes into the understanding of the hireling. All right. And that's what we're looking at, man. We're looking at the hirelings. The hirelings don't give a damn for the sheep. They could care less. Right? They could care less, man. All right, the brother got another precept, but let me get this real quick. Going up, Titus 1 and 9, it says, holding fast the faithful word as he has been taught. All right, if you're not holding fast the faithful word, the things that you was taught, okay, you're gonna be like a folding lawn chair, okay, in the midst of a typhoon. You're gonna be flying all the way down to the next neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? When all hell breaks loose, right? if you don't take this thing seriously, if you're not taking heed to the prophets, okay, to the correct doctrine, right? Holding fast the faithful word as he has been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers, man. You see what I'm saying? All of a sudden, Thinker Car is going into Galatians. Are you serious? Jumping down to verse 12, Titus 1 and 12. One of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said the Cretians are always liars, evil beasts, slow bellies, man. That's, just like when you go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 56, verse 10. All right? His prophets are blind. They're all dumb dogs. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping, lying down, loving the slumber, man. This is what they are. This is what they are, man. This is what they do. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, unacceptable. And the Lord is going to visit all these false prophets for leading the flock astray like this. Let's go to Jude. All right, the brother got Jude. Jude verse 4. All right. Yep. Jude 1 and 4. For there are certain men crept in unawares. You know what I'm saying? And you seeing all this apostasy happening even amongst the body of TMS. You know what I'm saying? Where this shit's gonna be dealt with, man. It's gonna be dealt with. For there are certain men crept in unawares who were before of old ordained to this condemnation, ungodly men, turning the grace of our power into lasciviousness, and denying the only Lord power and our Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to just go out here, okay, do what you've been doing, you know what I'm saying, all this work for all these years, then you turn your hand to the plow, and then you look back, and then you talk about I can hop into something sick, you know what I'm saying, and I got another life outside of YouTube. YouTube? The fuck is this? This is not about YouTube. You see what I'm saying? The ministry is more than this. Our apostles, bishops, and elders, man, they was out here doing this before the YouTube era. You know what I'm saying? Specifically the apostles and the bishops, man. They was doing this thing before the YouTube era. They was dealing with going on the highways and the hedges before it was popular to talk about anything digital. Before it was popular to talk about a digital system. Before it was popular to talk about AI. Before it was popular to talk about a World War III. Before it was popular. You see what I'm saying? And here it is. The Lord is bearing the fruit. He's bearing the fruit, man. And he's vindicating his prophets. The Lord said that he would set forth his apostles last. Last, man. And here we are at the last, and everything is happening. Everything is happening all around you. And like I said at the beginning camp, nobody can put their heads in the sand anymore and pretend like this thing ain't happening. Nobody can do that. You see what I'm saying? Nobody can do it. Even somebody as slick as Bishop Nathaniel, he now has to weasel his way around, you know what I'm saying, the mark of the beast. Now he has to go and slither his way through and pivot. That nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh God. He said, your boy done removed the hat for Jesus. Yo, this is crazy, man. It's crazy. He won't remove it for Yahweh Shai. He'll remove it for Jesus, though, right? That was good, man. But that's it. That's the truth. That's the truth. Crazy work out here. It's crazy work, man. It's crazy work that you're seeing. You know what I'm saying? And it's a disgrace, all right? Because you'll display all of this rebellion in the face of those who have taught you diligently, who have taught you sincerely. You know what I'm saying? The correct doctrine. All right, but you're willing to actually get in line. You're willing to get in line for the sake of money, for the sake of you know, filthy lucre. Like I said, let me grab this here. Right? Let's go to Micah chapter 3 and verse 11. Micah 3 and 11 reads, the heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divine for money. Yet will they lean upon the Lord Yahweh and say, is not the Lord among us? None evil can come upon us. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga, he done left off the names of Yahweh and Yahweh, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think Alazar went that far. I don't even think Alazar went that far, man. I think he still calls on the name of Yahweh and Yahweh. He still mentions those names. You know what I'm saying? All right. You got Deacon Hakan and Hassad who done just completely left that. Just completely left the truth, man. All right. Even the name. So it's unbelievable out here, man. Unbelievable. Says they wore those hats, prophesying, disrespecting their heads while in the truth. Now he has removed that hat for JC. It's unreal, man. It's unreal when you look at this madness. You know what I'm saying? And to think that you still have some leeway to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? To say something against the true prophets who have remained in order. Okay? How long have our apostles been in this thing, man? Going on 40 years. And they will be the first ones to tell you that they have seen innumerable amounts of people, all right, who came into this thing and have fallen out, who came into it and fell out for various reasons. All right. But the biggest reasons was always money and women. Money and women. Always. Okay? Those were always the two major reasons. And other than that, they wanted to go back in the world and do what they felt they was missing out on. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing else here. Ain't nothing else for you here, man. All right, nothing else for you here. All right, getting up and working a 9 to 5 or working this job. You know what I'm saying? 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. You see what I'm saying? For the whole week, Monday through Friday, and then you get off. Then you get off Saturday so you can recuperate from 5 days, and then Sunday you just sit in complete despair because you know that you're gonna have to go back to all of that tomorrow, the next day. Like, that's not living, man. That's not living. You know what I'm saying? You really think that that's something to hold on to here? All right. These jokers out here, man. You got your 5 wives and whatnot. All right. Your 5 wives. They want you to still to continue to make that bad. You know what I'm saying? And keep it rolling. Keep the gravy train rolling and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not feasible. It's not feasible, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not what our lot is in. Our lot is in this truth, man. We got to get the fuck up out of here. This ain't about us staying here. What you mean? What you mean? You know what I'm saying? For some box, nigga? Nah, man. Nah, that's not the move, Jack. It's not the move. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To hell with these hoes. To hell with these forward ass niggas, man. To hell with them. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't contribute. They don't contribute nothing to the kingdom, man. They don't contribute nothing to the world that's coming. They don't want the throne of David to be established. They don't want Yahweh to return. You know what I'm saying? They want to stay here in the folly. They want to stay here in the foolishness, man. All right? A nigga, they say a nigga, you can sell out a nigga cheap. Cheap. You could buy a nigga cheap, boy. All you gotta do is put a Ferrari in a man in a dude's face and he'll just light up. You know what I'm saying? Put a big old suitcase, right? Put a big old suitcase, pop it on the table, open up that bitch, and it's like $50,000. That nigga will think that it's like 50 million or 50 trillion or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just $50,000. He'll sell out. He'll sell out. You know what I'm saying? $50,000. Hey, you know what I'm saying? $100,000. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? There, you can't put any price on this truth, man. You can't put a price on it, right? Let me get this here. This is Psalms chapter 82 and verse 6. Psalms 82 and 6, it reads, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, but ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes, man. All right. When we was in the ancient world, before we were Israelites, we were known as the sons of God, man. All right. Having fallen, you know what I'm saying? Having fallen through Adam, you know what I'm saying? We became known as the Napoleon. You know what I'm saying? In the Hebrew, Napayal, going into the fallen. You see what I'm saying? We fell from that grace, man. You see? But the Lord still kept the remnant through Noah. You see? And the righteous sons of God had fallen, okay, or not fallen, but had died, you know what I'm saying? And Methuselah was the last of that line. And Noah was the one to continue that legacy. You know what I'm saying? Then it went on to Shem, okay? And so on and so forth, man. Right? The brother brought out Micah 2 and 10. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Micah 2 and 10, man. You know what I'm saying? Rise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, for it is polluted, and it's going to bring about a sore destruction, man. You see what I'm saying? That's all we have here. That's all we have here. What are you going to take with you onto those chariots? What are you going to take with you on those chariots, man? You know what I'm saying? A Rolex? Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. We're gonna get all the wealth, we're gonna get all the money, we're gonna get all the gold, the silver, which is true money, by the way. All right. We're gonna have all of that, man. So what else you hang on to here, man? Women, we're gonna have plenty of that. That comes with the territory. All that stuff we're gonna have, man. Forget all that shit on this side. Forget all of that. You know what I'm saying? Those who have something to lose here in this world, they are going to cleave to it. They're going to get that mark. They're going to get that charisma so that they can keep what they have put their identity on, what they've attached their identity to. You see what I'm saying? And their identity is attached to this wealth, it's attached to this money, it's attached to the status, it's attached to fucking, you know, look at how much does status mean? How much does status mean? When you look at this dude, this prince, whoever he was, you know what I'm saying? All right, King Charles' brother. When you look at that nigga, he just got stripped of all of his ranks, stripped of all of his badges, stripped of all their ribbons, stripped of everything. You know what I'm saying? All right, and now he's just a commoner. So now you get to see the former prince in a random pub somewhere drinking a Long Island. So what kind of foolish shit is what shit is that? See what I'm saying? What kind of shit is that? All right? Come on, man. None of that stuff means anything here. None of that stuff amounts to anything in the grand scheme of things, man. Right? The brother brought out 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 40. Right? All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 40. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. All right? Make you ready for the battle, man. And that's the problem with these false prophets. They're not preparing you for the battle. That's it. Knowing that these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? You're not preparing for the battle. You see what I'm saying? You're not preparing for the battle if you're listening to these dudes out here who want to go out and march, who want to tell you that you can have long hair, who want to tell you that the Lord's name, you can call them yo play yoga. You know what I'm saying? All right? Come on, man. What manner of persons are you to be? You ain't preparing for the battle that's coming. You see what I'm saying? We are in Jacob's trouble, man. We are in Jacob's trouble right now. Right now. You tell the northern tribes if Jacob's trouble is not here now. You see what I'm saying? Being hunted down. They can't even go out to the corner store, you know what I'm saying, and feel comfortable and feel safe. So you tell me we're not in Jacob's trouble already. We're here now. You see what I'm saying? We are here. Just you wait until it hits Judah. Wait until it hits the southern kingdom. Wait until it hits you for real, man. You see what I'm saying? All right, that's when we're gonna be waist deep in Jacob's trouble, baby. Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth, and that's required. That's the mindset that's required. You see what I'm saying? Knowing that this crap is temporary. All right, it's not meant to be here forever. We're not meant to marinate in this shit for perpetuity. That's not the case, man. That's not the case. There is an end to this thing. Okay? There's an end to it. We was only supposed to be passengers just going through this thing, just pilgrims passing by. You know what I'm saying? Not to sit down somewhere, kick our feet up, you know what I'm saying, and be like, this is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? This is our land, like you hear that dumb nigga, what's his name? Big Judah. All right, you hear that nigga talking about this is our land and you know, and we're establishing it here. You know what I'm saying? Then you hear Chief Ephraim, his goofy ass talking about we gotta establish black business, you know what I'm saying? And get land and all that foolishness. Then you hear from Nate. What is going on here? What is going on? Are you even paying attention to what's happening? This place is going to be nuked. And the last thing you're telling the flock is to prepare to leave. That's the last thing you're telling the flock, man. Get your ass ready to leave here. You see? Calling the Lord's name, calling his son's name. You see what I'm saying? Pray to the Lord. Repent for your ways. You see what I'm saying? Get yourself ready to escape this place, man. You're not preparing these jokers for the battle. All right? Continuing on, verse 41, it says, he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. You see what I'm saying? All right, get yourself in the mindset of losing everything here. lose everything in order to gain what's coming. That's what the whole mindset is. And that only takes faith. That takes faith. The only way you can believe that, the only way you can stand on that is through faith. All right? That if I let go of all this stuff, I get to have 1,000 times more in the kingdom. I get to have 1,000 times more, you know what I'm saying, when the Lord comes and restores us. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people in this truth, okay, they don't know what is expected. They don't know what's coming. They don't understand it. Okay? What is prophesied to happen to us, man? All right, you got to think about what Balaam has seen, what Balaam seen in that vision. All right, you got to think about what he saw. Okay, when he saw Israel, he saw the Israelites in their perfection. When he saw the Israelites in the kingdom, in the fullness, he wished that he could have been born as an Israelite. Man, he wished that. He wished that that was his inheritance. He wished that he could have had that. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff that Deacon Hakar, that Bishop Nathaniel, that Bishop Jephthah, that all these false prophets, you know what I'm saying, that Big Judah, none of them will get you in the mindset of accepting, of looking forward to, man. You see what I'm saying? They're not preparing you for victory. They're not preparing you for victory, man. These jokers finna fold out here, man. They're about to fold out here, bro. When these devils bring in the mandated microchip, you know what I'm saying? When they bring in the martial law, all right, these niggas will capitulate. I promise you that, man. Promise you. It's gonna be niggas walking up there with fringes on. In the concentration camp, talk about, I'll take it. You can put it right here. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? You got these soft niggas that will bend. They're gonna fold for their woman. All right, you best believe these women are gonna be looking for some comfort, for some pleasure. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be looking for things to go back to normal. You see what I'm saying? And they're not gonna give a damn about the Lord. They're not gonna give a damn about what thus saith the Lord power. They're not gonna care. They're not gonna care. You see? Scriptures say that many have fallen out of their wits for women. All right? And niggas finna fall. They about to fail this test. They about to fail this test, man. How many jokers went and got that jab for the sake of their woman? You know what I'm saying? I've seen stories after stories after stories of these women these men told their wives, don't get my son, don't get my daughter inoculated. And these bitches went and they took their children and they did it anyway. And the child is completely destroyed, completely through. And the fathers are torn apart. You see what I'm saying? How much more that chip? How much more that chip, man? You know what I'm saying? All they did was just threaten your ability to go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? That's all they did. That's all they did, man. You can't go to the restaurant without this. You can't go to the gym without this. You can't work here without it. So for fuck what? So what? You know what I'm saying? I don't need the gym. I could do some push-ups at the house. I could do some push-ups at home. I could do squats. You see what I'm saying? That don't change shit. That don't change shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you can't jog without getting this thing, man. I could run in place. Come on, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a job. Okay, what else is there? You know what I'm saying? Lean on the Lord. Lean on the Lord. That's what you're gonna have to do when these times come, man. Lean on the Lord. And these jokers are not preparing the children of Israel to lean on the Lord. They're not preparing them, man. You know what I'm saying? They're not preparing them. Trump is going out of his mind, bro. He's going out of his mind. He is literally about to attack Iran. You know what I'm saying? He is about to attack Iran. Either it be today, either it be tomorrow, either it be next week. He gonna do some shit. He gonna do some shit. And if he don't, Netanyahu does. You see what I'm saying? And if Netanyahu does, then America still gets fucked. You see, you see what I'm saying? Like, what is that going to do to the world economy? What is that going to do to all to all the your security, man? All right. Look at all the things that happened in the last couple months. You know what I'm saying? Lock it. Look at all the things that happened in the last couple months. All right. You look at people who saw these the stocks plummet. All right. People losing in cryptocurrency. It was a crypto meltdown. All right. Crypto meltdown where billions of dollars were being lost within hours. Within hours, man. And you're telling me that that's something that you want to put your future in? That you want to have something secured in, man? Come on, man. You got to be real with yourself. You got to be real with yourself. This place is over. This place is over, man. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. I just want to touch on the current events. You know what I'm saying? Uh, 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 you know, bring out what's required. You know what I'm saying? What is required, man? Fear the Lord and keep His commandments. But these very jokers that's telling you about the law, the law, the law. All right, they're not telling you about Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai. They're not telling you about Him. They're not prepared. They're not having you rest on Him, man. Okay. So, you know, that's it. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. You're gonna have to discern who's telling the truth and who's not. You know what I'm saying? Who's telling the truth and who's not, man? You know? And and I don't know if there's any of your brothers out there who've who've been dabbling with the book of Enoch or with the book of Jasher and all that stuff, man. Don't deal with those. Don't deal with those books, man. Don't deal with those sources. You know what I'm saying? Don't deal with those sources. It's not good. It's not gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna help you. That's not the word of the Lord. Okay? So don't dabble in all that stuff, man. All right, remain single focused. You know what I'm saying? Focused on Yahweh Shai, focused on the volume of the book. You know what I'm saying? All right. The King James 1611, you know what I'm saying? From Genesis, from Genesis to Revelation, the 14 books of the Apocrypha, man. All right. Don't be too deep. Don't be too deep, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you can easily be be bugged out through those pseudo sources. All right. Just want to put that out there. Right. But this has been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Okay. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and who teach well. Shalom, Akim. Shalom to to those that have tuned in. You know what I'm saying? The water for the precepts. And close it out there, man. Peace and blessings to you all. Shalom, Shalom, Wakasagim, Waparakim. Shalom.